The leaders of the young Republican organizations in New York, Kansas, Arizona, and Vermont participated in a private group chat where thousands of messages containing racist, anti-Semitic, and violent language were exchanged over a 7-month period. The leaked Telegram chat named Restore War Room included numerous offensive statements, including praise for Hitler, jokes about gas chambers and slavery, and racist insults directed at Black and Indian individuals.
Let me get this straight. You're asking the people who were offended and harmed to be grown up, simultaneously infantilizing the perpetrators. It doesn't matter that these are grown people in a group chat. Not surprised that this kind of behavior and rhetoric is still alive and well in the United States of America? No, I'm not surprised.
Okay, so what does the article tell us? The leaders of the young Republican organizations in New York, Kansas, Arizona, and Vermont participated in a private group chat where thousands of messages containing racist, anti-Semitic, and violent language were exchanged over a 7-month period. The leaked Telegram chat named Restore War Room included numerous offensive statements, including praise for Hitler, jokes about gas chambers, grape, and slavery, and racist insults directed at Black and Indian individuals. The scandal has sparked national outrage and resignations, with the Young Republicans National Federation calling for immediate accountability and removal of these individual chats. So these messages were sent by the Young Republican leaders, specific quotes including calling Black individuals monkeys and watermelon people, and joking about sending political enemies to the gas chamber. Now, I will say, I have heard, the racist jokes about Black people and watermelon, but to call us the watermelon people, that's original.
It's not that original. It's also not that
clever.
At all. At all. I mean, the message is they love the watermelon people. It's not even, to me, really clear that they're talking about us.
Yeah.
It's not, I think it would take me some time to be like, they talk, because Black people eat watermelon, apparently.
Everybody eats watermelon, by the way.
Everybody does, but okay. And so that, y'all are not, I say I'm not surprised by any of this because I'm not, but what I'm not surprised by the most is just the lack of originality.
He's like, if you're gonna be racist, be clever.
Be clever, actually be funny. Everything in here is just dude, the watermelon people.
Just being some butthead.
It's
racism.
it's so lame and it's so tired. And I was like, I go to a zoo if I want to watch a monkey play ball. First of all, if you watch anybody play ball, you're watching a Black person. So you must not be watching nothing that involves
well, golf.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Tiger ain't been playing.
He ain't the only one. He just opened the door.
Remember,
we don't give a damn what he considers himself. What does the world consider him? A Black man?
No, we can't do that, because then that argument can be used against trans people. So you can't say what the world looks at you as is what somebody says they are.
It cannot.
Okay.
Because race is a social construct. It is based on people's perception.
You're true. Okay.
Gender is not a social construct.
You're right. Well, these people weren't just like regular people. These were people that were chairs and even a state senator that were participating in this chat. So most people would be like, well, who's the Young Republican Leader National Conference? What does this mean? These are your staffers. These are the people who are the next in line to be politicians, to be state senators like Samuel Douglas from Vermont, to be state representatives, to be House of Representatives, to be senators for Congress. These are the next people that's in line because they're already working with these people. So that's the reason why this is so very, very important. This is the youth
Yeah.
of the Republican Party that's going to be the establishment in 15 to 20 years.
Yeah. Um, I would like to add, I don't know if you were going to talk about JD Vance's response.
I was, but we could get to it right now.
Yeah, go ahead, because I guess so. Boy,
Well, so this is what I will say. Like, both Republican and Democratic leaders have condemned the leaked messages. And,
mm,
and the Young Republican National Federation was swift to declare such conduct shameful, unworthy of any Republican, and directly contradicts the principles of our movement upholds. No, it doesn't, because it's kind of falling in line with a lot of the policies that y'all got going on now. But okay.
yeah.
And so a lot of people were fired, some people's jobs were rescinded, and then we get to JD Vance. He attempted to downplay the severity by characterizing the messages as edgy, offensive jokes. Have at JD Vance, Jay.
So this man says they are edgy, offensive jokes made by kids. And kids do stupid things, especially young boys. This was not a couple of 12-year-olds group chat. To be in the Young Republicans, you must be at least 18 years old and no older than 40. So these are not children. They're not
And it was women.
kids.
And there were women. And there were
Right.
women in this chat. Or at least
Right.
one woman in this chat. Yes.
Right. So he cautioned against allowing a very offensive, stupid joke. It wasn't a joke. None of these things were jokes. Please stop calling them edgy and stupid jokes. That is not what they are. From a group chat to, quote, ruin someone's life. Listen to me now.
Oh.
What you just said was, we shouldn't use the bad character and bad actions a person displays as criteria for how we should treat them.
And how they should get employment.
Yeah. You are asking us to ignore the fact that these young people are racist, anti-Semitic, misogynist. Like, we're supposed to ignore that because it's just a stupid joke by some kids. Why ruin their lives? And this is the kind of thing that has judges ruling in rape cases to not penalize the perpetrator because it could, quote unquote, ruin their chances. Nobody ever thinks about the person on the other side of that action, on the other side of that joke. That person is supposed to just suck it up and be the bigger person and let the offenders run roughshod all over everybody. We're supposed to have grace for them when they could not muster a monochrome of grace for us. J.D. Vance, I have an entire ass, and I am requesting at your earliest convenience for you to kiss it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's, see, and the people that are trying to downplay it, people trying to say, oh, kids are kids.
No. Show some of this stuff to children and tell me what the response children would have to some of these messages. They would be offended and appalled. Don't act like kids are capable of this kind of malice.
But these aren't kids, these are grown adults.
That's what I'm saying. Don't put it off on youth, because there are plenty of children in this country, actual children in this country, that would be offended and appalled to see some of the things. You can't even show them all the things because they're too upsetting and too harmful and too violent, but for what you could show them, what you could tell them, they would be offended and appalled. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Kids are not dumb. They know what the difference between right and wrong. The people who don't are these sociopaths, are these
Mm.
psychopaths.
Mm.
They don't know the difference between right and wrong.
So going back to them trying to essentially whitewash these comments, why is it so important? Because when you see the vice president try to whitewash comments like this, and you see the volume and venomous of the speech, of the hateful speech that the younger generation of this party is participating in, you can see the future of the party.
Yeah.
That's the reason why these are not just people that don't have a future in the Republican Party. Their future right now might be a little shaky, but then again, maybe not.
Maybe not.
They could do an apology tour and come right back,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yeah.
And so these are the people that are shaping policy, that are shaping laws in the country now and in the future. This is what you're combating. And so when you see people got canceled for saying, hey, what happened to Charlie Kirk was horrible. Nobody should die. But he said some foul stuff.
Yeah.
And they got condemned and canceled for just saying, well, no, I'm not saying anything bad about him. I'm just saying to you what he said.
Yes. But we're always supposed to have grace for the perpetrator, while the people who are being oppressed, while the people who are being marginalized, while people who are being harmed, had violence brought against them, are supposed to be giving all of this grace, are supposed to be just get over it, be the bigger person. No, I think JD Vance says something along the lines of, that we should grow up and focus on the real issues rather than what kids say in group chats. So let me get this straight. You're asking the people who were offended and harmed to be grown up and simultaneously infantilizing the perpetrators. And y'all do this. It doesn't matter that these are grown people in a group chat. It doesn't matter. Y'all do this. You'll infantilize them to hopefully garner some empathy. Child, please go somewhere else with that, because you're not going to find a drop, not a speck, not a molecule of empathy over here for me. Lose everything, kids.
So I asked
every last one of y'all.
So I asked the question at the top: is this country racist? Here's a prime example. You're like, well, these people were just saying some stuff. These are the people that are going to be shaping policy. Racist or racism is the ability to impact the lives of marginalized people based off of discrimination and hate. Bigotry is, I don't like you for the color of your skin, your religion, everything like that, but I don't have any power to affect your life on a day-to-day basis besides just being an asshole, right? Racism is having that bigotry and then having the power to affect somebody's life by creating policies and laws. And they do this type of stuff, and the reason why the JD Vance is, downplayed is because they look at marginalized people as less than. They're beneath them.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.